Ugh. Go. Go. All right. I think it's about time we get started. Hello! Welcome back. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the creepiest forge map of all time, a gigantic Flood Sandbox. Behind me, you may notice various Covenant-themed objects that look like they fit in this space very well. You would in fact be absolutely correct if you assumed these came from the mission Cortana, aka Flood Ship. And today, we're going to do something really cool, which is we're going to take those iconic Covenant ship hallways that you only ever really get to see on the mission Cortana, and we're going to turn them into actual forge objects that you can build all kinds of really cool structures and interiors out of. So, I'm pretty excited about that, to be honest. And not only do we have all these cool forge objects behind me, we also have these big old plates. That's right, Covenant-themed giant walls, floors, ceilings, whatever you want them to be. They're real. Pretty cool, right? Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. Wow. So, basically, you can make stuff like this. This giant pile of gunk and debris that's right here. You can make this yourself, but bigger, and entire maps. Pretty cool. Metal cooler. Metal cooler. So, with all of these awesome forge objects, there's so much potential now. Plus, we have all these different sized plates and things. Solid color here, paneled side here, little trims on the side. Nothing crazy, but very useful. Very, very useful. So, today, we're going to take a massive step forward and make it so you can also have really cool interior spaces in your maps. So I say, what are we waiting for? Let's do it. Are you finally going to make a Covenant canvas based on High Charity? I mean, no, I wasn't planning on it at all, but it's possible. Theoretically possible. We don't have enough forge items for that. These are all like destroyed Covenant stuff. But theoretically it could be done. Alright, hold on a moment. I'm gonna boot up. I'm gonna boot up Blender. Ooh. Demon with a tenor! Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
This mod never coming out.
Dude, it's
also
done!
Unrelated, if you're making the Covenant hallways, you have no excuse to not put them in the big Covenant ship forge object.
Actually, I do. I have a very solid excuse to not do that, which is that I can't add any more physics objects to the Covenant ship. It just crashes the game. This thing is so maxed out. Every single object here has physics, and the entire ship has physics on the inside and the outside. It's a nightmare. It's an absolute... There's so much. I do need to fix the ship, though, because these doors, at some point, got the wrong texture put on them. But, yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I love you doing more Flood. I am. Look at this. Destroyed Flood stuff. It looks cool. Look at these chunks of Covenant things. They're everywhere. It's so cool. I love it. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do once Ultimate Forge releases pretty soon here too, is I'm going to put all of these objects and every other object in Ultimate Forge, all the crates and forge pieces, all of those are going onto my GitHub instantly. I'm also going to be slowly putting all the vehicles on there one by one. It'll be up to you guys to tell me if anything's broken or files are missing, because honestly, it's really hard for me to check because I have everything. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So, today though, the most important thing to me is that we get the last forge objects, which is the hallways. These are all the Covenant objects. We finished them yesterday. Now it's time for the hallways.
Did you think of making the shield doors on the Covenant ship one way?
Thank you for the 5, Demon! Honestly, I didn't really consider it. I wanted to do them two-way just because it's easier that way. Oh, right, the collision model. I wanted to do them that way, or I wanted to do them this way because it's a lot easier, but I don't know. I'll think about it. You know I'm going to pull off the coolest environment with this? I know! Your map was the first one I thought of. When I was like, what kind of cool stuff are people going to make? Because, like, look, I just shoved 3 Covenant objects into the little spawn thing. And it already looks so cool! It's not crazy at all. There's nothing special about this. It took me like 2 seconds. I just rotated and put stuff in here. And I was like, that looks kind of neat. Damn, I put no effort into that. And it looks kind of good. And look at all these. You have various different Covenant debris objects that you can use. This one's got a hole in it, wire. This one's got its open side. This one's got holes all over it. You got these cool tech exposed walls. You got these giant pillars. You got Another pillar. You got these half spheres. I put 2 of them into each other. Little girders. You got all kinds of decorative pieces for walls. This giant exposed chunk thing. I don't even know what it is, but I'm sure people will make good use of it. More stuff. Another pillar thing with like an object on top that you can like stack these. Oh, actually, besides just the hallways, there is like one other object I wanted to add, which I actually have it up here in the Covenant ship, and I just totally forgot to do it. It's these little walkway sections. I thought these would be really, really great to have. I totally just forgot to add it. But yeah, these walkways I think would be super, super handy. So I think I'm going to add these in as an object as well, and then it'll be good. So that'll be nice. And then, of course, I replaced all the plates on the map, right? Every map has those Forerunner plates, but this map has Covenant plates instead because I thought they looked better. All different sizes and scales. You got panels on one side, flat on the bottom. So hopefully a little bit versatile. Hopefully you can get some good use out of them. Anyway, that's the plan. The skybox is High Charity? Yeah, it's the High Charity map skybox. So you can see all the blown up bits in the distance. Actually, if you go all the way to the edge of this part of the map here, you can only really see the outline of it. But look, it's the Mausoleum of the Arbiter. Even this is out here. It's kind of cool. So it's kind of neat. But yeah, it's High Charity. Actually, if you go up above the fog, I have the fog really dense so you really could never see it. But above here, you can also see the interior of High Charity, which is kind of cool. That giant hole in the ceiling is part of High Charity. Where's the spawn? It's so easy to get lost on this map because it's so damn foggy. You can lose an entire Covenant ship in the map just by flying upwards. Mateus, thanks for the 2! Appreciate it.
You think you could pull some objects from H2A?
Good suggestion. Thank you for the 2. I technically already have. I don't know if you mean campaign or multiplayer, but all of the terrain objects on the map, which I don't actually know if I have any of them in here. Yeah, it looks like I don't have any of the terrain objects. I guess I can spawn them in real quick. But yeah, all of the cliffs and all of the ground pieces. Let me spawn the little ones in really quickly. Here's the small cliff and the small, or I think maybe I need the medium one, right? No, that's fine. Yeah, all of these. Flat, small. This is a Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer object, but it's retextured to be floody, which is cool. It matches the ground really well, which I'm pretty happy about. You know, it's got like crust on the side and like wet, nasty flesh in the middle. And then the cliffs as well are just giant biomass chunks that you can spam around at various different sizes. So that's kind of neat as well. Big old biomass chunks everywhere. I tried to make custom ones, but I felt like the cliffs actually worked out. You they're gross? Hell yeah, they are. They're disgusting. And then, of course, you have things like flood mounds. Here's a gigantic one right here. Thank you for the 5, Mateus. Appreciate it.
I meant from the campaign, specifically the sections in High Charity.
You know, honestly, I don't think the H2A art style would match this stuff very well at all, frankly, but could I pull them? Yeah, I probably could. It would be pretty time-consuming and challenging, because I'd have to rip all the textures out and all, and I would have to convert them into Halo 3 shader style with the way the reflections work and everything, and honestly, it would be a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It would definitely be a lot. But it is technically possible. It just takes a ton of effort. There's a nice crusty flood tendon. There's a flood ball for you. Flood ball enjoyers out there. There's a lot of good flood stuff here. Where is my flood plate? Here we go. I love the flood plates, dude. Halo 3 was so cool for adding these nasty little flood plates. They're like mushrooms growing on the sides of trees, you know? It's kind of sick. Sick nasty. And then you get that, and then you can also, of course, spawn in stuff like Covenant plates. Or actually, you know what would look really good here, actually, is the Covenant wall. I bet this would look pretty cool right here, just stacking like a Covenant wall. Just like integrating it right about there. I wonder if I can raise that up a little. You have like one there. And then you could have like another one of these on top of it. I don't know, you can see there's a lot of potential of just like merging these objects together, making some cool organic builds. Thank you for the one, Hagen. Excuse me, said, I'm a student, can't donate much, but making 4.0s right now and doing well. Let's go! That's massive. I never hit close to a 4.0. Congrats, that's awesome. My friend would love to hang out and chat with you sometime. Also, the creator of Diesel Nice called me a friend. Let's go! Wait, that's huge! I love Diesel Nice. It's such a cool project. But yeah, absolutely. Is sick as hell such a cool guy? Send my OC Mike at Canonized. Ooh! Wait, that's sick. Hello? W. Hell yeah. You know, Covenant Fire Effects is the only map that covers stuff like this? I suppose so. Yeah, let's see why not. I'm not going to make that my main priority yet. I want to add the quick Covenant Walkway, and then, 1 second. Make sure my pipes are still dripping. It's freezing out. We're good. We're good. Okay. But yeah, I want to make that quick Covenant walkway, and then we're going to do the Covenant hallways, which I think are going to be awesome. I've been thinking about exactly how I want to do them, and I have some very, very good ideas. Make a forgeable blood waterfall. I'm afraid to tell you, but the Flood are not associated with blood really in any way, shape, or form. Maybe like as a tiny accent occasionally, but blood isn't really Flood. I would say the only liquids are like nasty dark greens that I can think of. And due to the fog on this map, all the water already looks dark green, so that's pretty huge. All right, let me pause for 1 second. I'm going to open up all my folders in the background. Gotta go. Have a good one, Hagen. I hope you can get your OC canonized with it. That would actually be so sick. Keep that 4.0 up. I believe in you. Hold on, I'm pulling up my map stuff. Not you. Maps. Alpine Sandbox 2. Perfect. We'll go U, Flood Objects. Pull up my Halo 3 folder real quick so we can get to importing objects super fast. The Flood shitted and farted itself. I don't know if that's true. Is that true? Can somebody confirm that? Did the Flood do that? I don't want to believe it, but it's possible. Okay, there we go. Got that. Boom. And boom. So here is our work folder, or work file, I should say. The only object we don't have in here is that cool little platform thingy. Everything else in here, besides the hallways, are good. So our goal today, turn these hallways into actual Forge objects. So they obviously aren't textured here, but you can tell if you've ever played the Mission Cortana, you know what these hallways are like. You know exactly how they work. The only thing we really need to grab besides the hallways themselves are the doors. That way we can just slot them into here for any time we want to do something closed off. You know, we have these little doorways here. But obviously there's like a space for a door to slot in right there, so that's what we'll do. We also have these little door frames, which I don't actually know if we're going to need them, but I'll take a quick look at the Mission Cortana anyway, just to kind of see where those are supposed to go. Can we do like a half-ripped open destroyed door? I mean, it's doable, yeah. I could make it so that there are placeable doors in case you don't want the built-in ones. You can place your own. I don't know if there are any destroyed doors. I think there's like red doors. I wish I could do activated like working doors, but I don't know if that's a thing I can just do. All right, I'm looking for not flood objects. I need assets. We need flood assets? Flood temp structure. No, assets. No, where did I put this? Kind of at a loss. Was it not flood objects? It wasn't flood objects. This has all the stuff in it. It wasn't assets. Because that has all that. Where in the... You're gonna have to bear with me for a second. I lost the folder. I don't remember where I put it. Forge objects. I swear it was flood temp. Am I tripping? It's not there. Is it not under assets, really? It must be in a different folder. Pause while I find these. We go Alpine Sandbox, H2A Terrain. Dude, what? Hello? Where is this? I'm Blender motivated right now? Hell yeah. That's me all the time. So apparently I can't find this. Gyarados, thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate it.
Hi RJ.
Hi.
First time today.
True.
Last time before day.
Yep.
Could you do a quick one-to-one fully detailed interior and exterior of the entirety of High Charity? Thanks.
I actually could do that. The problem is I won't do that. Dude, I'm so lost. Thank you for the 5 though. I do appreciate it. Where the fuck did I put this? How am I missing this? There was a file for the BSPs, flood temp structures. It's not flood temps. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not gonna freak out. I just started stream. It's gotta be here somewhere. Flood Cov objects, jungle, ODST, BSP. I have ODST folders and files. He's freaking out. I am freaking out. I'm literally just looking through all my folders here. I can't for the life of me find this. There's supposed to be... I don't know where I stored them though, but I had files. These are all my flood files. I thought it was under flood temp structure, but all we have is an OBJ for flood tunnels. I'm just looking for a blend file that has a bunch of flood objects in them. Was it under forge objects, maybe? No, because these are the actual refined forge objects, all the new ones I added. They made jungle, ODST, reach, sandbox, flood, sky, blah, blah, blah. Guess they're gone forever. Oh, I know where it is. Hold on. I know where it is. I just remembered. It's because I didn't actually export all that stuff for the map. I was thinking I did, but instead, it is here in my Covenant Capital Ship folder. So we're going to open that. No wonder I was having trouble finding it. Alright, so let's try stuff 2. So we're back here. This is like all the terrain hidden, but it's the mission Cortana, or at least a part of it. What are you? Oh, we have that already. Pretty much every object here we actually have, which is kind of sick. Ooh, maybe I should grab one of these, actually. I just realized that piece that I have, that giant chunk, is like a chunk of a broken version of this. Maybe I should have gotten like a fully functioning version instead. Ah, whatever. What about those tentacles? I can add the little tentacles. Covenant Rubble A. Is that really Covenant Rubble A? Does it have that cool shape to it? I didn't even notice. Oh yeah, it totally does. That's cool. It's right there. Neat. It's got some metal exposed stuff. I like that. I don't think this has the piece I'm looking for, though. It's like 30 degrees right now, but it's going down to 23. Was the capital ship theater camera issue fixed? Yeah, or it should be. I haven't double checked it, but I made it so that it doesn't collide with any cameras anymore. So hopefully that fixes it. Okay, there's chunks. Where? Okay, so I don't think the walkways are here. So this is so interesting, by the way. This is called Walkway High Charity. I think it's one of the few objects for this mission that was actually made after they converted it from the flood ship mission. Very cool to see. Very cool to see. PC sounds like it's going to take off right now. I'm very worried. They're making funny sounds all day today. Alright, let's go ahead and open up a different version of this. Let's go to Flood Stuff 1. And hopefully... Ah, yes, this is what I'm looking for. So we have these floors. I don't know what the difference between them all is, to be honest with you. Oh, this one is like flat on the bottom. That's interesting. So it's A2. And then we have A4, which is double-sided. Ooh, look at the bottom of it. That's cool. Yeah, I think we can definitely turn this into a forge object pretty easily. So I guess we grab from this floor A4. So let's go back to our Flood Covenant objects. We're going to have floor A4 from the first one. Let's go File, Append. There we go. We have it. Delete its parent object. Set its rotation. Oh, its rotation's already been applied. Lovely. Alright, let's fix it. That should be good. Make sure from all other angles that it's good too. It's pretty good. Alright, so this is going to be our floor object, which hopefully will be pretty useful for people. Let's go ahead and run the foundry, remove duplicate materials. Awesome. This looks good. What do we have here? Awesome. So basically, you'll just be able to make as many platforms and things as you want out of this. I think I might do like a 2x2 as well. That way you can put down one individual one, but you can also like do a longer one. Hyper! Thank you so much for 26 months! Appreciate it. I can't believe he's making me a place to live. Yeah, you can have all the flood crust you desire, you little freak. Alright, let's turn this thing into an object, and then our main goal today after that is going to be making some absolutely fire objects as far as the hallways go. So this is the last one. Can you mirror it so it can be standalone? Would you prefer it be mirrored? I guess that would... Yeah, you know what? That'd be more useful. That's a good point. I'll give that a go. Let's go ahead and make a new file for this. I'm going to bring that object in real quick. Go here, 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 here. Flood temp. No. Flood assets. Flood objects. A4. Perfect. So here is our floor. I'm just going to call this Cov Walkway. So my thought is we're going to have one version that's going to be like this but mirrored. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. We're going to do cursor to selected, and then we're going to do origin to 3D cursor, and then we're going to set this to 0, and that's going to make this perfectly mirrorable. Actually, do you have like a seamless flood crust texture? I mean, it's just the ones from Halo 3, yeah. It's the one I use on the terrain pieces over here, whenever I spawn the terrain objects in. These are a blend of various different flood-themed textures. This would be the tiling flood crust right here. Very crusty, very floody. All around the edges of it, and a little bit on the top of it. Alright, so we do have to get a little creative here. One thing I need to do and make sure of is to mark my sharps. So it looks like there's 2 sharps on the inside, and then all the main edges are sharped. The reason I'm making note of that is because for this, I actually need to destroy the shading on it, because we're actually going to edit the geometry. So now, everything is pretty chill. We're going to do triangles to quads, which I think is fine. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's broken anything. We're just going to go ahead and grab that. And all the edges, like so. Then we're going to do the same thing here, where we grab all the edges up to here. And then that, and all these here. Mark our sharps. And that should give us pretty much the exact same shading that it had originally, but now I can actually edit the model, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to save this real fast. And this is, I think this is going to be one of the better Forge objects, to be completely honest. What is this? Cov Walkway. So I don't have the textures on hand, so we can't really see what it looks like at the moment, but there's quite a few of them, and they all, I'm sure, look great. Too bad there wasn't a corner section modeled on that platform. I wish. That would actually be so convenient. I might be able to model one, but I'd have to bring the textures in and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, a corner section is technically possible. In any case, we are going to try our hand here at modeling in. I'm going to duplicate this, hide this, and we'll do this on here. So we take everything, duplicate, scale Y -1, so we get a double-sided one. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on vertex snapping. And we're going to select all the faces on the backside here. So it's going to be here to here. Delete those faces. Take this, snap it onto there. Oh no, wrong one. This, snap it onto there. And we're going to weld these together. We're going to grab this whole edge here, clear the sharp so that it's a bit smoother. Why didn't it merge? Hello? Pause. Undo. Undo the merge. Oh, I see what I mean. Merge by distance, 1. Nice. Okay, now it's all cleared up. Now we can select everything. And there's one piece of our doubled up walkway. Very useful, very nice. Are you going to add a flood credits on the textures? No, no. These are not going to have any flood crud on them. I don't really have any useful way to add it anyway, to be honest. Very sad. I do just be like that sometimes. But most of the stuff in High Charity, or on Cortana, as far as I can remember, really doesn't even have much of stuff like that. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and make a quick collision model for this. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the walkway, and I'm going to give it the collision model prefix. And just like every other object that I've done this for, I'm just going to give it a single material, which is going to have the name material hard metal solid cov. And that just makes it have a metal material overall. But also because I want to optimize this down, I'm going to do a generate decimate on this and cut the resolution of the object down substantially, which hopefully, yeah, did a pretty good job of simplifying the mesh. Clear sharp, make sure we shade flat so we can see. I'd argue that's good. So the last thing we got to do is make a physics model for it. So that's pretty easy, to be honest, for a shape like this. Basically what I'm going to do is take some shapes like this. I'm going to try and mirror this on both sides. Oh, actually, because it has these divots in it... How big is Master Chief? Do these divots matter? Halo materials, Halo tools, scale... Let's see how big Master Chief is, because I'll decide if Master Chief can, like, hop into these divots. Oh, yeah, okay, these divots need to definitely have some physics to them. Okay, 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 we can do that. In that case... I'm going to go ahead and do this then. Yeah, that goes to this level here, which is there. All right, I got it. We're going to go ahead and grab this to this to this, and we try to maintain that curvature there. We're going to do the exact same thing over here. I think that looks correct. And I'm going to duplicate this and separate it. And then we're just going to run a convex hull operation on it. And boom! Suddenly we have a giant chunk. Oh, it looks like I missed some pieces. Hold on. I think it goes down to these two, right? Yeah. Convex hull. Big chunk. Very nice. And that also makes the floor of the bottom part, which is very useful. The Rect Covenant chunks could use a little flood crud is all I'm saying. Well, I ain't doing all that. I think they look just fine as is. And that's just going to be how it is, and that do be what it is, and that's true. I would if it wouldn't take up a bunch of time, but it's going to be, again, very time consuming. Alright, so there we go. Our first physics object, which we can also, thankfully, mirror to the other side. Very convenient. In fact, I'm just going to do that right now. Generate, mirror, apply. Separate by loose parts. Boom. There we go. Now we have like a large majority of the physics model already done. W. Next up, we're going to go back to here. We're going to grab the exact same method. Grab through using the exact same method. We're going to go like that. That. Same thing on the other side. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate, separate just those little pieces. Oh, wrong name. And again, convex hull. Creates a great structure. I think will work very well. And if you're joining in and you don't know what's going on with this, this is just what you walk on. It's what your player interacts with, essentially. So whenever you like walk into something and you bump into it and stop, you're walking atop something, it's always this very simple version of the actual model that's split into multiple pieces using some like carefully thought out structures and things. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so the rest of the physics model is going to get slightly more complicated, but should still be extremely easy. The way I'm going to do it is very similar to how I did the top here, which is to grab this, 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 and then this to here. Boom, 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 boom. And that should be good. We'll duplicate that, separate it out, and let's see if that works well. I think that works great, actually. I'm only doing it on these parts because they're curved, so only this curved edge and this curved edge needs special stuff. The other ones I'm just going to put cubes for. But why? The way that game engines work is kind of quirky, where just due to the way the math works out, when you're trying to calculate physics, it's extremely complex to try and do like full detail physics calculations on certain types of shapes. So when you have something that has no like inward facing concave stuff, it's way faster and way cheaper and way easier to just run this. Oh, you know what? Actually, wait. Boom. There we go. There we go. It's mirrored to the other side. Awesome. At the end of the day, it just is because math, basically. Oh, whoops. Again, we gotta undo. Make everything have a single material, which is the hard metal solid cup. Now we separate by loose parts. Again, we'll do the exact same thing. We go boom, 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 right there. We'll bring it to here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. And I would say we do it to here. If I now separate all these points that I selected, duplicate, separate. Oh, looks like I missed a point I needed to I unselected it on accident. So go there to there, and then down to here, from here to here. Now we duplicate, now we separate. And then we convex hull, and we get a cool shape like that. The only thing I'm going to do, and the only thing I'm going to change here is dragging this edge to here. And the same for that one there. That looks pretty good. So we'll just clean this up by removing all the default materials. We'll give it one material, which will be the hard metal solid. I'm going to reset name, prefix. Okay, those are all looking pretty good. And then in order to get this one on everything, we just mirror it onto all four corners, apply and separate them into individual objects. Boom! Okay, we're nearly done now. The final step is this little cross on the sides here. And then we get to work on Covenant hallways. The iconic Covenant hallways, which I'm genuinely excited about. This is a good physics model, though. Let's keep it going. We'll finish it up here. So the way I'm going to do the rest of this is pretty straightforward. We're going to have a cube. And the cube is the simplest physics model you can get away with. So if you can put a cube as your physics model, do it. Every single time. It's so simple. It's so easy and cheap. It's fantastic. There we go. Very nice. essentially what I want to do is scale it to the point where it like covers up all of that, but then take the bottom face here and scale it down like that. So it kind of creates this ramp. Pretty good. So there's our center ramp. I'm going to duplicate it and flip it 90 degrees and then just shrink it down so it doesn't like poke out here. Cool. So now we have the whole cross section in the middle done. It has physics. Last thing we'll do is just duplicate this one more time. Move it over to the side so that the ramp kind of matches that. And then I'll just move this, make it flat, and then just flatten it up against the wall there. Scale it out so that it fills up the entire volume. And all we gotta do is mirror it now. Generate mirror, apply, and separate them. We're done. So if we look... Oh god, where is the... I lost it. I lost the object. Fuck, where did the original go? I accidentally converted it at some point. Oh, I just renamed it on accident. We're good. False alarm. Make sure all the physics objects are good here. They've all got their materials. All right, this is what our physics model looks like, and honestly, very nice. A very nice physics model. For a curved shape like this, so that's the physics for this object right here. Very, very good. All right, let's save this, and let's put it in the game. Oh, right. In order to put it in the game, though, we have to create an armature really quickly and attach everything to it. So we put all our physics and our actual model onto the armature. And we put the collision model onto the armature's bone, because that's just how that works out. Okay, now it's ready to go in game. Amazing modding happening right in front of me. Thank you, Banana Man. Appreciate it. It's something special. I'd say this is very special. All right, Cove Walkway. Export. All right, here's our walkway. We're gonna make a folder called Cove Walkway in our Halo folder. Throw all those in there. We're gonna do the exact same thing here. I'm gonna grab one of these random objects, make another Cove Walkway folder, shove these in there, call them Cove Walkway. So these are gonna be our crate and our model, and we're gonna use those to import everything in Blender into the game with one button press. So we open up, not that. We attach our Cove Walkway crate object to the Cove Walkway model that I just copied and pasted from another object. And now we replace everything with our new object by hitting bulk import. W! It just worked. So easy. And then so that this doesn't flop around onto the ground like a dead fish, I'm going to give it fixed type physics here in the editor. And now we can spawn it into the game. Big, large, huge even. I do think we should do a second version of this as well that's longer. Like a 2x2 or whatever. Boom. Coming along. Oh! 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 It looks weird. Because the face orientation is backwards. Recalculate. Done. Okay, these are good. Yeah, the model was inside out, so it looked a little funny. Forgot to flip the faces back when I spun it around and flipped it. And I mirrored it. All right, there we go. Ooh, that looks really good, actually. Damn. I think I should have like a 1x1, 2x2, and 4x4 for these. These are pretty good-looking objects. It's kind of crazy. Also, we gotta turn it over. Let's flip this thing onto its back. That's what she said. Did she say that? I don't actually know about that. Alright, here is the other side of it, which is also kind of cool looking. You can walk on over these little ramped bits, sort of, kind of. That could be useful for, like, certain walls and things. Very neat! Very cool. So the Flood Sandbox had a bunch of open spaces, or are these replacing something? Yeah, I'm replacing a lot of the Halo Reach Forerunner Forge objects with these. I think pretty much everybody who built on the Flood Sandbox agreed the Reach Forge objects looked really weird. I think a 2x2, 4x4, and 8x8 would be more useful. Honestly valid, but... So this would be, what? This would be like a 1x1 if we kept it as is. I'm going to go ahead and do Cove Walkway. We can call it like a 2x1. And then I'm going to... Go and do Cove Walkway. So if I was going to... Save this out, actually. Whatever. Looking extra modular. Indeed. Yeah, the way I would do this is I would duplicate the entire thing, move it over to the side, and just like how I stacked it the other way before, I would do this, where I just box select the flats. Oh. Well, what I did, but with X-ray mode on, so I can select through the object. There we go. So we have that. It's face selected there, and we'll just delete faces only. So we get an effect like that. And then we just drag these over and merge them together. That lets us then clear out this entire sharpened area here. Like so. Clear our sharps so that they kind of merge nicely together. And then we have a 2x2 one. I think keeping the origin point here, which is the point where you grab the forge object, on this side would still be very useful as well. So I think I'll keep it like that. As for the collision model on this, I guess I could actually do the exact same thing here, right? No, I have a better idea for the collision model. I'll duplicate the collision model, move it over here, flip it, flip the normals, and then do the same deal. Since these are all mirrored and stuff anyway, I'll go ahead and go boom, delete faces, and then snap back to reality. Alright, there's our collision model, and then lastly would be physics, where I would just take all the physics objects we made from before and just duplicate them and stack them, basically. Boom, done. There's the 2x1. That was pretty easy. Oop, 'twas gravity departed. Oh, you're so real for that. That's so true. Alright, let's go ahead and throw the 2x1 in game. So we take that. Cove, walkway, 2x1. Grab the crate model again, do the same thing. Cove, walkway, 2x1. Throw that in there. We'll just do the same thing. We'll rename them. Underscore 2x1. And yeah, let's just put it in the game. Spawn it in. So we just, everything we just did in Blender, we'll just put it in game real fast by hitting one button. This now will search the exact folder name. Boom, we got a 2x1. Again, we'll fix the physics really quickly so it doesn't flop on the ground like a dead fish. And now we have it. So let's spawn it in. I really like this object though. Like, I definitely want to just go finally get around to doing the hallways, but like, this is a great object. Cool. Maybe this should be the standard one. This one's so short, it seems kind of useless. This one feels like actually useful in its like size, in its girth. Not bad, not bad. Well, I drank some coffee before stream, so I gotta go pee real quick. All right, I'll be right back, guys, and don't go anywhere. More riveting Covenant Forge object content coming very shortly. Be right back. Wow. You guys aren't even ready, dude. More riveting Covenant Walkway content coming to you right now. You don't even know, dude. This is about to be so crazy. Wait a minute, these are concave. I can just merge these. Guys, I didn't optimize the physics model as good as I could have. Please, forgive me. These two can be merged. I think. Yeah, sweet. I can also merge these. But I can do this whole thing as one thing, actually. Damn. Cool. Optimization, man. You love to see it. Does that mean I can do these too? Yeah, I could. My god, it's beautiful. I mean, smooth head, bro. I got a whole beautiful head of hair, thank you very much. It's lovely. Do not speak ill of my hair, my head. Oh yeah, that's good. That's nice and optimized. Well, I'm gonna throw that in the game really quickly as well, and then we'll do the thing where we stack them up as well. Give me the fixed up 2x1. Yes, optimized physics. Yes. All right. Smooth hair, not very. That's true. It's very smooth, very nice. I'm thinking maybe we just have this piece and then I double it and that's like all we need. This one feels a little useless for how short it is. It's kind of small. It's kind of pointless. Kind of whatever, you know? Maybe we do that. Oh wait, you know what? I can double these up too. Join. Convex hole. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Oh! Aiden! Aiden, thank you for 22 months! Appreciate it. Welcome back. It's your boy. That's my boy. Thank you for coming back. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Skaboodly!
Swalms up Betty. Mama's spaghetti already?
Yeah. Mom's spaggy. That's fire, dude. That's fire. Dude, look at, did you see all this cool stuff? Look at all these cool, look at all this cool stuff, Scooby. I know you've been working on really cool stuff, but also look, I put objects from campaign into Forge. That's crazy. So many physics models, man. So many goddamn physics models. Watching earlier. Oh, he deleted it. Scooby couldn't talk about how he was watching earlier. He instantly deleted his message. He got banned. Deserved. Alright, let's do a little 4x1. Voice things voiced. We're gonna take this, the render model. We're gonna grab it and we're gonna duplicate it. We're gonna slide it on over. And we're gonna do the same thing we did before, where we grab just the parts where they connect and delete those faces. Go click boom. Merge by distance, and then we get rid of this ugly seam. Clear that. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. Alright, that's good though. Did I miss anything? You missed everything, isn't it? All of it. Pretty much everything ever, actually. It's really crazy how much you miss. Here's our 2x2. We're gonna do the same thing for the walkway again. Blah 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 blah. Flip. Blah. There we go. Boom. Same thing we do with the render model. We just look at it from the side. Box, select all the vertices. Delete all the faces. Merge it back together. Done. And the physics model is pretty much the same thing. You just take all these physics objects, duplicate them, stack them. And then we can merge some stuff for optimization's sake. So merge by, or we just join these objects together here, do a little convex holing, join, convex hole. I think I can do these two, join, convex hole them. And I think that's pretty good. These are also good. I don't think I missed anything, did I? On the middle? No, middle's good. Looks good to me. Big bridge, Covenant Bridge. Love bridges. Very cool. Alright, let's export our 4x1 into the game. Grab all that, make a folder for our 4x1, Cov, Walkway, 4x1. Throw those in there. Grab these crates and model tag, do another folder in our tags folder, Cov, Walkway, 4x1. Throw these in here, also call them 4x1s, and then we have it ready to import. Let's do it. No blue walls today? Blue walls? Wait, what? Am I forgetting something from yesterday's stream? What were we talking about? Blue walls. We got purple walls. Look at those, huh? One side purple panels, bottom side big flat purple. At the background. Lighting the background. Oh, you know what? That's true. I look too much like a happy, well-off individual. I need to be a streamer, which means I need my cool LED lights activated. That is such a good point. Look at that. Ooh, look at those vibes, dude. Absolute peak vibes. My God. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Alright, Covenant 4x1, import into the game. Get some nice physics going on, so it floats instead of falling. We're done! Let's see our very long Covenant walkway. Boom! It's huge! Very nice. Very nice. I'm thinking we keep these two in, and then we just get rid of this little 1x1 because it's extremely useless. So there's our two new Covenant walkway objects. That's pretty sick. And of course, the bottom of them is also these little divots. Little ramps and stuff. Nice. Very nice. So it'd be like Covenant walkway long. Now it's time. Now it's time for the hallways. The hallways. The one and only. They're hallways. Blue versions of the flat plant panels. Sorry, bub. The Covenant used purple panels, not blue. Even a baby knows that. What are you? Not even a baby? Embarrassing. It's just an idea? No, I know. Honestly, valid idea. I just don't want to make them. It's a terrible day to have an outdoors job. I know. That is so true. No, honestly, it was a good suggestion, Cal. It was a good suggestion. I just don't really want to do it, to be honest with you. We have all of these in-game. They're all there, except for the flood tree, but we don't talk about that. And now, we basically just get the hallway in. We're going to do a hallway that's open on both sides, a hallway that's closed on one side, and that's all we have to do for the hallways. However, my thing is, I have to make an outer shell for the hallway. which I don't want to put that much effort into, so it's going to look kind of ugly, but I think we can make it decent nonetheless. So let's go ahead and do a new file. Also, we're going to load up the Mission of the Covenant so we can take a look at the, we can take a look at how the hallways actually look in game, see if there's any, like, extra pieces that I might be missing, that kind of stuff. So we're going to load up the Mission Cortana really quickly. And while that loads in the background, I'm going to go ahead and import the hallway into a brand new file. Here it is. This is Cov Hallway Open. Nice. There it is. Very cool, very cool. Looks great. I'm not going to touch this. This is all this render model. Everything about this is going to stay exactly as it is. You said the Mission, the Covenant. You said Cortana. Did I? Oh. Oops. I don't think making a physics model for this is going to be particularly challenging. I think it's going to be, honestly, pretty easy, all things considered. So instead, I'm going to make a... Actually, I'm not even going to make the collision model for it, because first we have to do something even crazier, even more insane, wicked, wacky style, which is making an outer shell for this. So we're going to make a new object, a cube, and we're going to merge it at the center, and we're going to turn on snapping, and we're going to snap it to this door frame, and we're going to basically outline the entire door frame. You might be like, Mr. Rejected, why are you outlining the entire door frame? That seems absolutely crazy. That's so crazy, even. There's a good reason for it, though. It's because we need to create a structure. This is the inside, right? If you come inside here, and I turn on face orientation, this all looks good. But the outside, notice how it's red? You would see straight through this. There needs to be something that kind of wraps around it to make the outside. We can't just have an inside for this kind of thing. Do you have enough room on the forge list to make a short version of the hallway? Probably. It might be kind of tough, though. So I'm going to do my best here to make something that can wrap around this. Looks like this does wrap around it, actually. So there is a decent shape for this thing. I think a shell that's shaped like a doorway. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm going to duplicate this, I'm going to bring it over to here and have it snap into place, and then I'm going to extrude this. Oh wait, actually, I'm done. I should have done, not that. This, duplicate, flip, snap it over here. There we go. And then I should be able to do a bridge loops. There we go. So that could be like the outer shell for the hallways. I can make it even fancier too, I can make it look prettier, but like, does it even really need to be nicer than that? Honestly, I don't think so. I think this is pretty fine, as is. Then obviously we'd want to like do a shade smooth to make it look nice. Like that, but then we'd want to make sure that this are all going to be marked sharp. And then this edge here, and these also mark sharp. Looks kind of nice. We do need textures for it, though. Obviously, we can't do anything without textures. Keep the shell like that? Yeah, this is, I think, a good shell for it. It's not over the top, it's not intrusive, and it just works. It's nice. Maybe easier to make a door and an end piece of a separate object so you don't need to make multiple hallways. Yeah, I suppose so, but then you would have to place down a bunch of extra door objects when you could just place down individual hallway connector pieces and things like that. I feel like that might be a little easier. Alright, where's panel G blue? So that's for the roof. What is the main panel here? That's the grating, because there's grating for the outside walls. The door frame is made of a metal strip. The floor here is made of a dark purple. The main floor here is using a rubber trim. This is metal strips. Interesting. Well, we have Cortana loaded up, right? Okay, perfect. We're going to switch to the reactor room, which is where there's a bunch of hallways. God, it's so bright. My God. Oh, hey, would you look at that? I'm starting to recognize those objects up there. It almost looks like that one object we had in the map. Oh my God, wait a minute. What's that? Are those the other objects that are now forge pieces on the map? Holy dude, that's crazy. What the hell? Crazy, crazy. This is the reactor? Where the oh, it's over here. This is the reactor room. Nice big flood chunk in the ceiling there. Very cool, very cool. Little drippy tentacles. Alright, anyway. This might be a nice object to have. I'm not gonna worry about it though. Because we need this, not this hallway. Where's one of the hallways? Here. Okay, so we have a door. And then in here, this is what the hallways look like. Pretty nice, all things considered. Yeah, really nice. It's certainly a Covenant hallway. This is the destroyed one with the room that you can dive into, though. But when I'm looking at this, it makes me think for the outside, I could probably get away with doing some kind of paneling. So I think I'm going to have to go screenshot some of the panel textures here in Gorilla in order to make this look good. So let's go ahead, level, solo, shaders. Okay, I already have it all open. Perfect. So we're going to go metals. We're going to go panel F purple. This is what that texture looks like. So I already have one of the textures. This one has no edges to it. What a cool ass hallway. I know. It's iconic. Truly iconic. Okay, I'm screenshotting it. It's going to make screenshot sound now. Beautiful. And then I think I already screenshotted panel G, and then panel H doesn't really have a useful purpose. I'm probably going to need some kind of trim to make this look decent, because like this shape right here, like for this I can just do panels for sure. I can just like stack a bunch of panel textures, that's fine. However, for this area here, I'm not gonna be able to get away with just generic panels, to be honest. Well, maybe actually I might. I think what I have to do is that and then that, and now I might be able to do like a mirrored type thing that theoretically could work. I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna make the idea real. So let's do a couple things first. We have the material panel G purple. We definitely want that. No, I think we want panel, is it panel F or G? I think it's panel F purple. Yeah, we're gonna do panel F purple. So we're gonna make a new material here, panel F purple. Oh, which apparently already exists. And we're gonna go ahead and add the texture for that into here. So I'm gonna go boom, blah, blah, blah. You guys can't see, but I'm doing a thing real quick. Panel F purple from there, the screenshot folder, boom, and boom. We turn on textures. We can see the inside. It's using this panel for these bits right here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick UV unwrap of the top here. And it's gonna look like that. And I'm just going to scale it so that it matches all the way across the top. I might even scale it twice. That matches there. What about the other side, though? Matches pretty well there, too. And if we look in our UV view here, it probably should be scaled twice. Maybe 3 times even? When you're done, check stream chat. Okay, will do. I think 4 times is a bit excessive. I think it'd be either tile it once or twice. Once might be the move, honestly. Just tile it 1 time on each side and then just call it a day. So unwrap the sides now. Drag those atop each other by snapping them with vertex snapping. And then we scale it until it matches. How does that look? A little bit off. It doesn't quite match the textures on the top part. I'm gonna see if I can get them to match. We'll go boom, GY, boom, GY, and we'll see. Does that look better or worse for the top? I think it looks better for the top, honestly. It's kind of hard to tell because the lighting in Blender is kind of mid, but I think that's decent for the outside shape there. How much money to skip the song every time in the playlist? I can't say anymore. He's just screeching on guitar, not melodic. I like it. It's not my favorite part of the track, but I think it's good. Alright, so I'm going to do this. We go to the edge, and that means we go to the other part of the edge here. If we go halfway in between, then I can scale it up, and then if I grab these, I can then take these down to match so that the texture wrapping looks good. I like it. It's a pretty generic texture, all things considered, for the outside, but I don't think it needs to be anything special in the first place, so that's pretty good. Let's take it, so let's turn the roughness all the way up so we can actually see. Alright, there's the texture, so we can actually see the texture pretty good there. It all matches up and looks decent. It looks believable, passable. Now we do have to figure out what to do about this front face here. Low-key, a little bit challenging. But I think I have an idea. Let me check something really quickly. Now I want to grab a new material. I want to do panel G purple for this part. And I noticed something that Bungie did actually when they were working on certain objects that we've added into the game. Let me see here. No, not that one. It's the third one down. That's the trim, the fourth one down. There we go. Okay. So, basically, what I want to do, I want to take the faces for this, and the faces for this, and assign them to panel G purple, and we can do an unwrap. Try it again. An unwrap. No. An unwrap. There we go. Very nice. Snap those together. Rotate them -90. And one of the cool things that Bungie did was... Well, I guess I'll just show you. Move this up to the center, and I'm going to scale it until the edges of this are on both sides. Hopefully the distortion on this isn't going to be too bad. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'll scale it down just a touch. Alright, so we're going to move the top like so. And I'm going to grab every edge here. And I'm going to scale Y Oh, what's happening? Hello? I hit one of the G keys on my keyboard and it just blew everything up. Anyway, scale Y 0. G, Y. So that flattens that out, like so. Looks a little wonky, but we could definitely fix it. I'm gonna grab these as well. Scale Y 0, G, Y. Okay, it looks passable, maybe. We'll get there, though. And then lastly, we're gonna drag this all the way down. And I'm basically just gonna do a flat unwrap of this. I mean, if it has a trim, it might look good. It's not terrible, I guess. Oh, I see what I can do to make this a little better. Maybe like that. That can help. What do you guys think? No, the double looks kind of ugly. I mean, the one is kind of ugly too, but I feel like it's passable. If it had a trim on the inside, I would say it would be actually good. Need some detailing of sorts? Yeah, I agree. If it had like a bevel going to the interior, I genuinely think it would be fantastic. Even if it had a bevel on the outside, actually. How bad does it look if I do this? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Maybe if I did that beforehand. I'm gonna try something really quickly. We'll have this. Oh. I'm gonna say this by 4 drive. This will be Cove Hallway. Open. Right. I do think it would look a lot better if I did this. Like if I had that on both sides. Nice bevel like that. And also, I deselected all that. Did that. Scaled it up on the axis there. We grab that. We grab that. And now, basically, I just have to scale this up. Now it maintains it. Oh, it's a little wonky now, but maybe if I thinned it a bit, it might look a bit better. Let's see. And the bottom's a little funny looking. So, okay, let's say I do that, right? Maybe make the bevel sections machinery trim. Yeah, that's kind of the plan I have here. I think this will look actually really good if I do that. I do need to do this, though, which is basically remaking the doorway shape again. Grab this. Can I duplicate it? Actually, no, not yet. Now we can go boom, boom, boom. I should be able to just go boom, 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 boom. Oh, whoops. Subdivide both of these edges. Subdivide, boom. Now I can go boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Not bad, not bad. I like how chat goes from slightly normal to completely unhinged by the halfway point of the stream. Yeah, it's every single time, without fail. Pretty impressive, to be honest. Pretty impressive. All right, let's see if there's any trims here. Maybe this trim, this like interior metal grating trim might be kind of good. Maybe this. What is this? This is kind of cool. I like it. We have more metal grating with like glowy shit behind it. We have this trim. I know we have these purple trims, but they might be a bit excessive as far as the purple goes. Perhaps we could use this trim. Actually, I'm not even sure if this is a trim. It's always a battle to maintain my sanity when the stream gets unhinged like that. Suppose I should try the metal grating because this is kind of like the outer section of this. Give it a go. That would be Cove metal strips narrow. Oh right, and I need to grab this and duplicate it, scale x -1, flip the normals, and snap it into place over here. And since these are going to have, I'm cooking. Hang on, I'm cooking. The grading would be a good look as well. I do think the grading would be the best move here. I could be wrong, I could always swap it out, but it's probably fine. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to predict an arbitrary side here. On both sides, mirrored. Mirrored. We're going to mark those as seams. We're going to select these loops here. We're going to do a unwrap. And can I just use UV this? Mateus! Thanks for the 2, man. Appreciate it.
Bitch, I'm gonna flip your normals.
Oh, you fucking freak, I bet you are. Oh, look at that, dude. I love UV toolkit. Why is it... Why? Which, what the fuck? These are identical. Why are you like this? Okay. Fine. Fine. cursor to selected. Snap into place. Base my movement off the 2D cursor. Scale on the y-axis. Perfect. Alright, we're good to go. Now we can use the metal trim. And the material again was called Cov Metal Strips Narrow. So I'm going to go into here and screenshot it again. Cov Strips Narrow A, I assume. Is that right? No. The actual material is Cov Metal Strips Narrow. FS Cov Strips Narrow. FS Cov Metal Strips Narrow. Which uses this texture. Ooh, we got options. We got options. What about Metal Strips Wide? What does this look like? Oh, very nice. What the fuck? When does this even get used, man? These are really sick textures. You could use these all over the place. They look like from Halo 2, honestly. Right, anyway. Screenshotting, pixel peeping. Maybe 512 by 256. Boom. Now I'm going to go ahead and set that up in Blender so we can actually see this texture. I think it should be good now. Yeah, you can see there's that metal texture right there. And we're going to just use that on these bits. And hopefully it looks good. What if I do this? Switch to 2D cursor. I gotta fix this part. This one's too large, ever so slightly. Close enough. Alright, that's better. Alright, I had to fix that because if they didn't match, it would have driven me crazy. Alright. So, texture-wise, that's... Nah, I don't like it. I changed my mind. Glad I fixed the texture so they look better, but nah. Nah. Oh, no wonder it wasn't working, right? I was still in that. Alright, there we go. That should be a bit better. Let's see how this one looks. Also, the good news about this structure is I can reuse this when I do like the T connector hallway bits and stuff, so that should work great. Maybe I should use different strips for the outer bits. I think I could use the regular strip material, which is right... Where's it? Where's the regular strips? I think it's... FS strips A purple? Yeah, this. FS strip A purple would be perfect for this. Do I have that on here? Yes, I do. Perfect. Okay, we got it. Okay, that fixes that texture bit. That fixes that one. And this one's kind of wacky here. That kind of fixes that. Honestly, it just needs another subdivision in order to, lock it into place. Ooh, I don't want more subdivisions, but it'll have to be done. You can see Kanye West's apology. I actually did. I don't really listen to Kanye's music, or I'm not really involved in this stuff, but I will say I read it, and I'm not gonna lie, it felt like a very genuine apology. Like, it seemed like he was he like acknowledged that he was going through like a massive mental health crisis. And you know what? We love to see when people reflect on things that have happened to them and seek improvement and self-betterment. That's a W. That is always a W. Alright, that's good enough. Though, it's funny that I did all that, because I actually don't like this version of the trim. I'm going to switch it to a different one. Maybe like... Ooh, maybe this one, actually. I'm a big fan of this one. That's kind of cool looking. I think I fuck with that. I think we could try... I want to see how this looks in game, to be honest, but I think this is a pretty good one. Previous texture look better? I mean, I disagree, but, you know, fair. I think this one looks better. pretty good looking outer cover shell thing. Better than I was imagining in my head originally it would look. To be honest. Wait, low key, the panel on the sides kind of looked good. What if I rotate it? Huh. I kind of like that actually. Wait, it's upside down. Cool. Alrighty. I think it's time we make a quick and easy physics model. Have some of the grading with glowing machinery behind it, giving it along the edges will give a better 3D look. I agree, but honestly, nobody's ever supposed to see these parts of the hallway. This, I just wanted to make it look pretty, so when you're forging with it, you can kind of just like have it there. But I do hear you, honestly. A good suggestion. I was even thinking about it earlier, but you know what I'm saying? A little bit Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to duplicate these and make it the duplicate all joined together. And I'm going to merge by distance on it. Hide the originals. Switch off of textured mode. Clean up all that. Do shade flat. And it's time to make a collision model. So I'm going to go ahead and do a decimate modifier to half detail. Honestly, that was a really solid decimate. Kind of huge, kind of huge. 1,000 triangles for the collision model. Could be better, but whatever. Oh, the collision model's kind of messy, huh? Whatever. Collision model is good. Now the fun starts, which is the physics model. Could use the hallway outer section as a forged piece with unique texture. I suppose so. I don't know, I like this. I think this is a decent looking one. I might actually change up the trim again, but I think it's decent. It's not bad. Looks like a guy. Look at that. It looks like a face. Like eye. And it's going, oh. 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 The whale shark when it eats you. I think I just made myself yawn. Oops. What do you mean wood? Chill, bro. When you go. Let me throw this in game, actually. I still need to make the physics model for it, but I don't want to throw this in game when it looks like straight doo-doo. Hard metal solid cov. And I guess for now I'll make a fake physics model, so to speak. Alright, we'll throw it in the game. I do need to still do the physics model, but I really just want to see visually how it looks. Make sure that it's actually, like, good. Oh, right. Armature, single bone. Boom, 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 boom. Parent it to the armature. Parent that in pose mode to the armature pose. Single bone on it. Alright, let's go ahead and throw it into game real fast. See how it looks before we make a really nice physics model. Cov hallway. What? Oh, I put it in the wrong folder. Forge objects, no. Flood objects. What the fuck? Am I blind? Am I? I'm in the... Well, it's again in the forge objects. No. Flood objects. Cup hallway open. There we go. I was freaking out, man. Alright, again, we won't actually have a physics model. We won't be able to walk inside of it yet, but I can probably make that in like 10 minutes max. I just want to see visually if I like how the outside and everything looks on it. That way I can comfortably move on to getting everything working. What up, Rain? Good to see you. Oh, wait, what'd you say, Skaboodly? Sorry, I was... Playing with fog volumes, I have a question. I sent a DM, is there any way to make a faded gradient instead of a sharp border? Let me see. Let me go fixed. I was so locked in there. Oh my god, I have DMs. Fog volumes. Wait, I'm confused. What am I looking at? Okay, so this is the Halo engine. What game is this? Fog volumes. I don't know what engine this is. The fog is handled really differently. Is this 4 reach? What, either 4? If it's in 4, I have no idea. I just use the atmosphere tag. If it's in reach, I just use clusters and fogs. Honestly, I don't really know how to do fog volumes. I don't think I'm going to be particularly helpful, I'm afraid. Alright, let's load back up Flood Sandbox. Totally forgot we weren't even on it. Boom. It's loading. And while it loads, we can start a physics model. Let's do it. Take all this, merge at center. Oh, wait, I think I could do the door frame in like 3 pieces, actually. That's kind of sick. Well, maybe not 3. If I did that, probably bump your head on it. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let people bump their heads on it. Then I could take all these. Dom, da, dom, dom, dom. So is there a way to have different fog for different clusters? Yeah, in the app, well, at least, I can't speak for the newer game engines necessarily, but in Halo 3, each cluster can be assigned a different fog, like, fog cluster volume. Alright, separate by loose parts. Separate by loose parts. Alright, it was a very good start. 6 objects. Not ideal, but I think we can do this. Oh right, wait, we're in the Flood Sandbox. Let's see, at least visually, how does our new hallway look? You know, I'm a hallway enjoyer. I love hallways. I walk through hallways every day. Every single day. Not to brag, but I do, it's true. Hallways are cool. Okay, visually? I think visually I like it, actually. Damn, it's kinda sick. Ooh, wait, the fucking... That's so spooky, hello? Holy shit, man. That shit's dark. I can't jump in yet, but damn, it's dark and spooky as hell. That looks way better in game. Yeah, agreed. The trim goes a long way, though. Honestly, adding that trim there into the door frame and around here with like a very subtle bevel, that was absolutely worth it. Oh. Does hallway have some kind of light? No, it's just because, I mean, I could make it have light. Like, we can do a test what it looks like with lighting versus no lighting. With tool, render, objects, levels, multi, alpine, sandbox, forge, flood, cove, hallway. Open, draft. So if I do it with draft lighting, this is what it looks like. I think that's way too ugly, though. If we bake actual lighting into it, where the light comes in from either doorway, it looks much better. I think I'm going to keep it like this. I like it. Could use some trim along the top. True. I mean, these acts as like a sort of... Well, no, because I rotated these, actually. I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm not going to worry too much about it. You're not supposed to see the outside of it anyway. You're realistically supposed to shove these into a wall somewhere. Alright, let's make a physics model for this. I meant the center top. Oh, yeah. No, honestly, good point. I won't, because I don't want to put in extra effort. But you're totally right. Master Oof, thank you for the super chat.
Wanna learn objectives today?
Objectives? Like a game mode objective? Isn't that the thing? Like the alternative thing you're like allowed to do in like a video game? Because I hate those personally. When I play video games, I'm trying to get kills. Period. Oh, OBS, come back! No! What's happening? Okay, we're back. OBS died for a second. I don't know what happened. We're good, we're good, we're good. It just randomly disconnected. It's fine, though. False alarm, gamers. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh, I fucked up. Go back, go back, go back. Okay, okay, okay. We can do this. Alright, alright, alright. I'm fine, guys. I swear. Boom. Okay, nice. Select that one, and also that one, and then boom, and then... Thank you, Master, for the 2.
AI objectives, you goober.
AI objectives. Oh, yeah, that was a thing. I remember that now. Eventually. Eventually. I'll need to do it to fix the AI before the mod is out, but... You know, right now I have this awesome feeling of just working on Forge objects and not having to worry about the absolute agony that is, you know... motherfucking things and stuff. Why does... Hold up, what the fuck is this? Hello? It's a good thing I checked that. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Yes. Are the doors separate from the hallways? I suppose I could. It would save you Forge objects if I made like an open and closed hallway rather than doing individual doors, but yeah, I could do individual doors. Can I check stream chat? Fine. Oh my god, why am I being pinged so much? What's happening in my server? Gauss cannon custom firing sounds, edited H2A, diffusion, shaders, custom illume, lights, and edited fire. Okay, so you made a, what? A fancy, very fancy Gauss turret? Ooh, those look good. Ooh, I like the illume. Man, that sound is really good. I like how glowy it is. It's very, like, modern Halo. What the fuck? What are all of these? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I hate this. I'm not a hipster. That is not me. That's disgusting. At least you put hair on me. This goes hard, though, okay? Now, I know all of this is AI slop. I'm aware. But that's hard. That's hard. Dude, if I was on Twitch right now, I'd be blasting fucking Linkin Park and 3 Days Grace to this shit right now. Oh, could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine? I wish. Right, anyway. Time for the floor. I'm gonna do the floor first. Floor should be easy, so here's how I'm gonna do the floor. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna extrude it down to here. And I guess straight down, actually. Go like that. I'll do the same thing on the other side. Because I have to think, when I'm doing physics models like this, how am I going to get the volume matched up? You know, I can't just, like, arbitrarily create shapes. Like, boom, that's great. And if you notice, not only does it get this little corner on the inside here, it also fills up all the shapes for a part of the bottom of this thing, which is really great. Skaboodle. I hate to ask again, but where would I look to add fog to clusters? Would it be in the scenario tag? Oh, you actually do it in Sapient. Yeah, no. So this is at least how it's done in Halo 3. What I do is you go structure data, and you have cluster palettes with the atmosphere, at least in Halo 3, and the atmosphere is controlled by the atmosphere tag in the scenario tag. You know how when you go to an atmosphere tag, it's always got like multiple different sections for like fog and things, at least in Halo 3? I don't know how it works in the newer games, it might be completely different, but maybe in Reach. Anyway, fog tags or atmosphere tags will have like multiple sections in that tag and that's connected to your scenario, and then you can assign them to the different cluster points on a BSP. See, like I have multiple cluster points on this BSP, and I could assign them an atmosphere parameter that the tag, my scenario tag has an atmosphere tag. that has multiple different fog variants in it that are assigned here. And then you can just make like a new atmosphere, tie it to one of the things in the atmosphere tag 1, 2, 3, 4 based on whatever entry, whatever index it has, and then you can just assign it per cluster. At least that's how it's done in 3. To be honest, I don't know how it's done in the newer games. I haven't worked on them in long enough that I just low-key completely forgot. What a brosif? What the fuck is up? Hope you're doing great. You're having a great fucking day, dude. Having a great day. Turbo Sim, thank you for the 2. Appreciate the support.
Fun fact, the guest shock turret sound was in the Halo Mega Bloks Cobra. It had this Lego piece with a speaker that would play that exact noise.
Oh,
Hearing that feels like the scene in Ratatouille where the dude eats the rat's food.
What? Where the dude in Ratatouille eats the rats. Okay. I was so confused. Wait a minute. My Brian, it's expanding. Dear God, it worked. Holy shit. Wait, did I not mirror this one? Oh shit. Okay, how are we looking so far? We've got most of the physics model here looking good. We got the door frame, most of the floor, the walls and the ceiling are going to be stupidly easy, so I'm not even really stressing at all. I think we're just looking good right now. We're just looking very good. But can you drive a tank through it? This? You can barely walk through it. It's a hallway for a person. You can probably drive a warthog through it. Alright, walls here are going to be stupidly easy. So let's do it. I think Isna's about to explode. What is Isna saying? PRT sim dude on the halls. Okay, PRT sim done. This is what it looks like. It's been done. Pelican has alternate lights in its forward chain guns that flashed when it rotated. Firing it went down. That's pretty cool. there to there. Alright, let me cook, guys. Let me cook here. I'm straight cooking. Okay, that's good. And then the top part here can get snapped to this corner. And then lastly, these edges here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can get brought over to here. Awesome. We almost have the wall done here. The last step is to bring these out to fill up the outer volume of the wall, like that. And I think we're good. Save, convex hull that. Yeah, that's a good looking wall volume. That's the entire wall inside and outside taken care of. Let's mirror it over. Cool. Trying to grow his mustache to detract from my lack of hair. Really, a lack of hair? Where? Because I'm feeling pretty good about my hair, especially today. I feel like it looks especially nice. Bald! That's what you sound like, right? That's embarrassing. I would hate to be you sounding like that right now, which is how you sound. The facial hair coming in, hell yeah. Facial hair is going crazy. The goat is live, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I do be live. I do be live. Okay, this should be the final object, and then we can make this into an actual physics chunk. Oh, they were gonna walk inside this in about 3 seconds flat. This is fantastic. I'm so happy. Let's do it. Separate by loose parts. Wait, what the fuck? Mirror, do not merge. Apply. Oh, fuck. Apply. Separate by loose parts. Awesome. Into the game it goes! Let's see, can we walk around inside our new hallway? Ooh, look at that, it's so smooth. Huge. You can walk around on top of it, easy. Easy, dude. There's our hallway, man. Full on Covenant hallway prop. Stack a bunch of these together. We do need a connector room and a door still, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Now watch this. Let's put 2 hallway pieces together. They're kissing. Desert hallway. I mean, you could make some pretty long hallways, to be sure. If you wanted to do that, I'm sure you could. That's pretty close. Probably merge them even closer than that. Just shove them. Need some doors. Get some doors in there. And then the big ol'... I should probably fix that. Yeah. I don't want to, but I will. I don't want to. Time to ask my go get replicate COD zombies. Yeah, up to like the 3-minute mark anyway. We got the hallway, guys. We did it. Real hallway moment. This is so special. Yay. We got walkways, we got hallways. How many doors? Red angry doors. Which also is extremely easy to do. Damn, how has it been 2 hours already? That's a lot. That's a long ass time, man. Does look good though. Even the outside doesn't look half bad. Using the generic Covenant materials. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Alright, so I say we do the door next, because that one's gonna be easy, and then we gotta do the connecting hallway piece, the little room, you know? Little room, you know I'm talking about, the room? You know the room? I'm talking about the room. I'm kind of curious, actually. What would it look like if I made... I'm gonna try making something really quickly with some of the pieces. If I did like a Covenant 4x4 here at the end, as like the floor to a room of some kind. Maybe like a Covenant 8x8. You'd like open it up into like a really, really big room. Master Oof, thanks for the $5.
Thoughts on bringing pieces from H2HC? Like the giant curved light bridge thingies?
My desire to bring in Halo 2 Classic stuff is kind of low. There are some good things that you can get from Halo 2 Classic, to be sure, but I don't really know if I want to do like a ton of Halo 2 Classic stuff, to be honest. Not because it's like a bad idea by any means. It's honestly, it would be great, but it would be tough because... Jesus. What? It would be tough because a lot of Halo 2 Classic stuff just doesn't look very appealing in Halo 3 unless I put a lot of work into like upscaling it and retexturing stuff to be totally real and also true. I just want to see how possible it is for me to this is so much harder than actually just being in Forge. I want to see how possible it is for me to make a Covenant room. That's what I'm trying to do. Using these parts, is it like realistically feasible to make a decent large-scale Covenant room? Hardly perfect, but it does seem to work reasonably well. Honestly, the floor pieces do kind of suck. I'd have to put in like some of those walkway floor pieces. Okay, that's kind of cool. How about we get like a pillar? Not a pillar, I'm gonna column? Ooh, the column might go hard. I'm not looking for that one though. Pillar A. There it is. Yeah, I wanted pillar A. This thing's kind of sick. I mean, you would obviously want to build your map generally out of like flood stuff on the flood environment, but this is kind of sick actually. We do need some curved... Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, if you're going to do Covenant stuff, not having curved walls is kind of shitty. But, you know, honestly, this plain floor panel just sucks. It's actually not good. It's not a good floor texture. It's just so generic. You can do a lot with these objects, but this generic metal floor seriously sucks. Some trims and breaks that texture, I guess, but I don't know how much that's really gonna help. Halo 2 is so much more Covenant architecture. That's true. I don't know, I'll think about it a little bit more. But it's kind of cool that you can even make stuff. This is me putting in like minimal effort. You can do so much better than this. But making a more complex model like a bunch to do with some of the plates on Forge World. Yeah, exactly what would be needed here. Just a plain flat one like that's terrible. This one is passable. Semi-passable. That's just bad though. That's actually just bad. But honestly, do I want to put that much effort into it right now? Honestly, no, not at all. I really don't. Because most of this map that you're supposed to be making stuff on definitely needs to be made out of flood chunks. You're not even supposed to make full-on Covenant-themed maps. It's supposed to be accent pieces and structure stuff for you to shove into the flood bits. Consider hex floor. Bungie didn't do hex floors for the Covenant in 3. The only floor pieces dedicated in Halo 3 is this rubber stuff. That's it. Rubber stuff and smooth purple. Like, this looks great because it's using like a wall texture, trims, lights, and a dedicated floor texture. Alright, we need a door. What about a Covenant canvas? I don't even know what that would look like. The only time we get to see this kind of stuff is when the flood infects it. I really do like how this little door thing came out though. Now we just need to do the exact same thing with a door and with a the other thing. That's not a door. The room. The Covenant room. The real Covenant room. Didn't I already do a door? I swear to God. Oh no, you know what? I did snag a door for the Yep. Yep, you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, let me quickly, I'm gonna go in Blender in the background here. I believe I already exported a Covenant door from Halo 3 at some point. Probably in the extracted folder somewhere. Where would it be? Waste small door, A50 door. No, I don't think any of these are the Covenant door. Gah. I do have it. Excuse me. On the I'm gonna open the Covenant carrier. Okay, here's the Covenant capital ship. You can see I even had the old hallways and things when I was planning stuff here. What even is that? You know what? I don't care. Anyway, these doors. I don't know which side the doors are broken on. I think it's the side... Let's see, which side are they broken on? They work on the side with the shields, but not the upper bit, so... These are the working doors. Oh wait, A50 door is correct, actually. What the fuck? Dude. Alright, let's go back. Hold on. Sweet. There's the door. Looks good. Top section, little wiggly sections, middle bit, side bits. Except none of those are going to animate. I'm going to clear, parent, keep transform, delete that. Completely unnecessary. And then we're going to make the simplest physics model and the simplest collision model of all time. This is Cov Door, uses the material Covenant Door, and we're going to make a physics model for it. And a collision model, actually. So let's make a mesh cube, give it the material, hard, metal, solid, Covenant. We're going to call this collision. This is our cube right there. We're going to turn it into a single point, turn on snapping, and we're literally going to do the easiest shit ever, which is boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'm an idiot. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Hooray! It's done. Well, that was easy. So not only is that collision, but it's also physics. Good job, us. We successfully got the Covenant Door. Just to make sure there's no weirdness going on, I'm going to check the regions, make sure there's none. Remove all vertex groups so there's no weirdness going on. And yeah, it's done. We got the Covenant Door. That sure was hard, guys. We did it. Alright, I'm going to export it out so that... Oh, I lied. We do always have to do the final step, which is to give it an armature, don't we? Alrighty, we export now. Door. Maybe use the floor from the hangar as an alternate. Oh yeah, what did I use for that? Oh right, because this was the yeah, forgot about this floor. This is actually from the cutscene where the elites and the humans have their cool moment together. Yeah, this would actually be a great texture for the alternative panel. Although it doesn't tile perfectly, I don't think. Although that might be my fault, actually. But yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even consider that. Halo 1 Covenant Door looks the best to me. I think this is supposed to be the Halo 1 Covenant Door. It's literally called A50 Door in the files, which I think A50 is a reference to Truth and Reconciliation from Halo CE, because that's what they called the mission in the files, if I recall correctly. Let me see. Halo A50 mission. Yeah, Truth and Reconciliation in Halo 1 was internally known as A50. So this is literally the Truth and Reconciliation door, but remade in Halo 3. Because originally the mission Cortana, where this door is featured, was supposed to be a mission called Flood Ship. And this takes place on a ship exactly like Truth and Reconciliation. Pretty much all of the mission Cortana is just Flood, Truth, and Reconciliation. And then they just tell you, like, oh, no, this is High Charity, actually. Why does everything look like the inside of a Flood ship? On the mission Cortana? Why is there the bridge to a Covenant ship? Don't think about it. Why do you have to blow up the same reactors Miranda talks about on the mission Floodgate on Cortana? Don't think about it. They definitely didn't just take the inside of the Flood ship mission and just move it to the end of the game and then just lie to you. That would never happen in game development. Ever. Anyway, Cov Door. I saved it to the wrong folder, didn't I? No, I did not. It just didn't work. Right, there's Cov Door. We're gonna grab these. Cov Door. Cov Door. And we do need to grab the shaders for the Cov Door, but I'm not entirely sure where they are, to be honest. I remember those doors opening a lot differently unless a big shipping. I think the middle like rotates and then it like opens up like And it makes that awesome noise. It goes, dong. Objects, levels, share? No. Solo, flood, ship. A50 door, there we go. It's so funny to look at the flood ship. There's so much stuff here. What is flood blockages? I should spawn some of those in. Dangler's door. Yeah, whatever. It's probably not that useful. Alright, we got it. Let's put our door in the game. That was like the fastest object ever. Super easy. Also, because I'm a YouTube live streamer, consider leaving a like on this live stream that you're watching right now. It means a lot, makes the YouTube algorithm happy, it makes me happy. Thank you. Thank you for listening. We did it, gamers. We got the Covenant door. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. You'd love to see it. It's a little bright compared to the inside here, but I can't really fix that because Forge. Oh, what the fuck? How did I just walk through it? Did I make it inside out on accident? Oh, I did. There's like a weird thing. The door needs to be red. Oh, is it blue? I didn't even notice. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. What the fuck? Why am I able to walk through it? That doesn't make any sense. Physics model is completely solid. Hello? What's going on here? Seems that one of the corners has created a triangle. Would be this right here. Maybe I needed to triangulate it? Oh, it's just odd. Guess I'll just split it into two pieces real quick. Well, maybe a slightly different setup of vertices will make the door not, you know, explode weirdly. Let's find out. Nope, something's wrong. I don't think it's actually exporting correctly. Covenant door 928. No, it is exporting correctly, and yet the exact same issue arises. Orbital solid cove. I'm gonna remake it. I don't know why it's being weird, but I'm just gonna completely remake it from scratch. There's our physics. And then we'll duplicate it for our collision. All we gotta do is parent it to the armature's bone. Again, don't have a damn clue why it's not working, but I've completely remade the entire physics and collision model for it, so we should be good then. Nice, completely solid now. Weird. Weird that it did that. But now it's perfect. Hell yeah. Now we have doors, now we have hallways. The last thing we need, oh, and walkways. The last thing we need is a room. Let's do a room. This is the room I have in mind. So this is a 4-way lift. Alright, we'll do 4-way lift here. New objects, or new file. We'll bring that into our new thingy. This will be cove, hallway, 4-way. And I suppose what I should probably do here, oh, let me save it. I'm going to append the secondary part from my main flood hallway object. Yeah, here, this is the outer shell bit. Oh, that's the collision. Ew. Ew! There we go. This is the actual render model version. Bruh. Oh, whatever. And, let me fix these real quick before it drives me up a wall. Fixing textures, fixing textures, fixing textures, fixing textures. Let's not strip A purple. It should be panel F purple. Fixing textures, fixing textures, fixing textures, strip A purple. There we go. And then F purple is going to be the one with edges, fixing textures, fixing textures. accidentally put a random screenshot as the in-game texture for what I was trying to fix. No, not that one. What should we go after? Perfect. Alright, so that took a minute. I was just bringing the textures back for this so we can actually see them. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I want to take the shell bit here. And we're going to hide that one. And I'd want to see if I can just... duplicate, separate. There we go. If I can reuse this bit on this thing, that would be super cool. I would like that. That would make me happy. I would smile and go, oh, joyous day. I'm going to open all these up. A weird gravity elevator room from the mission Grave Mountain Hill 2. Talking about the prison part? Okay, but this is starting to look pretty good actually. I'm liking this, I'm liking this. What if I do this? Grab this to there. And then how many subdivisions on this other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Subdivide 6 times. GY 5, GY 50, GX 50. That's too deep in there. We'll do 40. GY 40, GX minus 40. That might just do. GY 30, GY minus 30, GX minus 30. And lastly, we can do GX 15, GX minus 15. GX minus 15, GY 15. GX minus 15, GX 15. GX minus 15, GY 15. GY 10, GX minus 10. I'm just trying to make a curved shape here for this. I think that actually maybe I had it right the first time. GY 20, GX minus 20. I think 15 was the sweet spot. Yeah, we'll do that. 15. GY 15, GX minus 15. Okay, wow, that was boring. Moving on. Let's get back. Oh shit, Dom! Wait, what the fuck, dude? Dom, thank you for the massive 20 gifted. You're livening the fuck up out of this chat right now. I was about to pass the fuck out. Thank you very fucking much, dude. That's huge. Massive. And he is in chat right now. I see some of you in chat getting those new green names, new green memberships there. Please give your thanks to Dom. That is insanely generous. Thank you so fucking much, Dom. Much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. He's got a mini heart attack. Good, good. See, if there was a threat there and you weren't prepared for it, that would have been really embarrassing. You would have died. But Dom had got you. Dom has got you. That's why you should thank it. Oh. Oh. Where is a button for this? Dom, thank you very fucking much, man. I'm incredibly grateful. That is actually so huge. Alright, let's move on to here. This might look good. Ooh, that looks pretty good. What the fuck? Did you just gift another 50? We can't even hear it yet because... Oh my god, bro! Can't even hear it yet because the other memberships are still going through. That's insane! Thank you for the huge 50. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Jesus, thank you. Holy shit. That's insane. My god. I gotta reset up my thing because normally I would have had that would have popped up and fucking Streamlabs changed their shit. It's making I think extra confusing. There it is! Holy shit! Thank you very fucking much, dude. Seriously, what the fuck? That came out of nowhere. Actually came out of nowhere. Holy fuck, man. That's insane. That's crazy. That is crazy. Where are you in the chat? I don't even see you. Look at all these new members. That's 70 new members. Are you kidding me? Jesus. What? I don't know what that means. Hooks 70. What, Dom? What does that mean? What are you saying? Does he speak in riddles? Because we are unable to simply understand such grand concepts as Hooks 70. We may never know. To be sure. It's cryptic. I just work here. Thank you. What the fuck? That's insanely generous. Insanely generous. Speaking of generous, thank you. But also, you guys in chat, you guys get memberships. You should totally thank it. All right, it's kind of rude if you don't. You go to jail. Oh. Mateus, thank you for that too. Said I only tell lies. Shift X. E shift X. E shift Y. E shift Y. Oh shit. E shift. What the fuck, man? What did I click on? E shift Y. We have survived the Green Horde. That's what you think. It's up to my disciples now. Carry on the message of the Greens. The Greys in chat think they're better than you. But the truth is they are so far beneath you. Never let them rise up. Stomp them down. Prove to them that you are better with your new green name. They make me so sick. They make me sick! Ew! We will not be put down. Oh, but you will. There is no democracy in this community. I am the Grand Overlord. I am him. You're having to tune out the alert box like a bad smell after 10 minutes dead. I'm not turning it off. You have earned the endless... Oh. This is just... It's adding to the music. Excuse me, I will continue to construct this very funny curved roof. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. You have graced us with a beautiful choir. We get to enjoy as we are serenaded by such a lovely sound. Thanks to your generosity, the people are able to experience such culture and art.
I only tell lies.
There it is, the 2. He only tells lies. That's how I know that the oh has finally ended. Silence graces us once more. Peace. Peace washes over. I'm back, and where did 70 of my gray people go? They were taken. They were given rights. Something you gray names know nothing about. I think at this point it's gifting people memberships that I've ever watched. It does do so. In my experience, it does seem to prioritize people who watch less. Usually it tries to rope in new people by getting people who are like new viewers to become members, because I think there's probably some psychological trick with the algorithm to try and get those people to be like, oh, Well, I'm a member now of this. I should come back to this live stream and consume more YouTube ads by watching this live streamer. Mmm, yummy YouTube ads. I should consume them. Yum yum, so yummy. I was green once. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say. Sure you were. I'm gonna try something a little fancy here. I'm triangulating. I'm doing careful, calculated subdivisions. Can I get away with that? It's bad form. Hang on, I'm big braining it, dude. Topology is not my strong suit, but I have some experience. Oh. Okay, now that I'm starting to see the curvature of this, what if I do like scale 2? No. Scale 2. Fuck. Scale 2. Scale 2. Scale 2. And, since I understand the curvature that I'm after for the shape of this roof here, I can also lower these to be more in line with the rest of the curvature, and then do the same for these parts here. My god, I think it's gonna work. Actually riveting Blender stream. Thank you. No, thank you. It's pretty fucking cool, man. It's pretty epic. What if I did this? Extrude this up to here. Scaled it up big style. Hey, that's almost perfect, actually. God damn. God damn, I'm good. Oh, wait, I can't do that because then it would override these. Unless I did this. Calculating. Oh my god, it's working. Oh my god! Wait, I see. I need to bring this up to here. Which means I need to bring these up to here. Merge at center. Merge at center. Snap. Snap. Wait, how did that get... How did I fuck that up? Hold on, how did I... Oh, I see. What do you guys think? That's kind of cool, right? Confirm my biases. Tell me that's cool. I mean, gray for life. What do you hate me? Don't answer that. What do you fucking hate me? Seriously, don't answer that. This is pretty much exactly what I wanted. Wicked. So I'm gonna grab all this. Well, actually, I should probably texture it before I move anything. As kind of glass textures in game anime, viewport or window by the side of the door would be great. Greg just doesn't appreciate true friends. He just confuses money with love. Elaborate so that I can make sense of that. What is the topology's nice? Well, reasonably nice anyway. Okay. Now I need to texture the roof somehow. There's no windows. What are you talking about? This is an entirely closed-in room. What are you... For what do you speak? Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh! Merge that at last. Merge that at last. Cool. We're almost done. Add vents into the windows. What windows? What are you talking? There are no motherfucking windows. Where are you seeing windows that I am not? I am building an outer shell for this closed-in ass room. What fucking windows are you seeing that I'm not seeing? Those 4 holes? Those were just leftover holes. I just hadn't patched them up because I was working on the topology. I see the vision, though. They're kind of a cool Covenant-esque shape. I see the vision. Our perfect windows gone. They would have made some pretty good windows. That's true. I guess if I want to do some actually good textures here, I should probably do like... Okay, this will become a big closed-in shape, and then this will also become a big closed-in shape, big shape, big shape, and all these will get shaded flat. Boom. Huge! I do need to apply textures to these, but this is pretty huge! God damn, man. God damn. Well, that's kind of a cool outer section, I guess. I don't know. You want to work for Bungie one day? Bungie doesn't make Halo anymore. I don't know what texture I'd want to use for this. Oh shit, oops. For the roof, I just use kind of like a fairly generic panel. I know what to do. It'll be kind of boring, but it'll look good-ish. It'll look decent. I want FS conduit alpha gray blah 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 cov. FS cov purple. Perfect. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do a new material FS cov purple. This will become like a generic metal for now. I have the texture actually, so I can put it in here so we can actually see it and not just have a blindingly white material like what we're seeing there. Okay, there it is. What is going on with this? Why does the shading look weird? Shaded smooth. Is it the edge split modifier? No. What the fuck? Why is it looking so odd? There's like a harsh edge there. I don't understand. Where is that edge shading coming from? Are they just not connected? No, they are. They're all connected. Made sure of it. There's no weird... There's no normal split data either. Very odd. I'd really like to figure this out though, frankly, because it looks kind of bad. They all have the same material. They're all connected. The UVs? No, the UVs are very sound, standard. That is very... Oh, I know what it is. There we go. They were flipped. Could head off for a bit. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, Candle. I think one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this into a set of... Damn, of course I had to put triangles there, didn't I? I'm going to turn these into a set of metal strips. If I can, anyway. Straighten UVs? No. Straighten islands? No. Wolfly? I won't. I lied. I simply do not care. I'm gonna have this go to the G purple panel. Unwrap. And this one I'll unwrap onto the panel F. Fit to bounds. Unwrap. Fit to bounds. Unwrap. Unwrap. Fit to bounds, and then all three of these will go to panel F as well. Hey, that looks kind of good, actually. Ooh, what if I took all of these, set their scale on the x-axis to 0 so they flatten out, and then snap them vertex-wise to the most closely associated vertex there. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That'll do. Maybe I can do the same here, actually. Hold up. Instead, I could assign that to panel F purple. And then just scale it out of that. That might actually look good. Not too shabby. RJ Modern Extender, you can have an incline section. I could do like a ramped incline one. Might be a smart decision. We'll see though. I think we should... Oh, dude, I gotta do a physics model for this thing still. I don't think I want to do all that. Amazing Blender? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Looks so generic on the top. I agree. But also, this is what the hallway looks like in game. The outside doesn't really need to be pretty. You're not even supposed to see the outside. I just put an outside there so that there is a... Holy shit, Dom! Did you just have 150, brother? Holy shit! God damn! Jesus, are you kidding me? Thank you! Holy fuck!
The champagne reminded yours truly that YouTube is greedy.
Yeah.
Hopefully the cut isn't as extreme through Streamlabs. You rock.
Thank you so much. No, I don't think Streamlabs even takes a cut. They just take the processing fee, which is usually like cents. No, thank you so much. Holy shit, you just obliterated the daily tip goal. It went from nothing to fucking obliterated. Good God, man. Thank you very fucking much. I guess he can buy Drake's love. It's a weird way to phrase that, but sure. Yeah, capitalism. But thank you very fucking much. Holy shit, Dom. That is insane. Good God, man. I really appreciate it, though. The support goes crazy. Now rejecting can buy more coffee? True, actually. I haven't been able to buy any coffee for several days because of the ice storm, dude. I'm on my last... I left just enough creamer for one more cup of coffee. And I'm trying to save it for tomorrow mornings before I go to the grocery store. This needs a trim. Do you have an updated Discord link? I'm trapped in this ice storm too. Quantico is wild eyes. You're in Quantico? Damn! Yeah, the link is literally just discord.gg/rejectedshotgun. Bored ice from coffee. Nobody's trying to drive in this condition. Not in this weather. Jesus! Jesus! Wait a minute. I might be able to solve this problem. This problem that I created for myself. Oh, Emergent Center still does that. Wait, this is fine, actually. This is gonna solve all my problems. W. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Unfortunately, getting an invalid link note. Wait, what? Oh, that's weird. It worked for me. You know what? I'll just put it in the chat. Copy that. Paste that. Easy. And if any of you guys in chat aren't in there, you should totally join. And if you're a YouTube member, make sure the YouTube account you're on right now is linked to your Discord in your settings, because then you can come join in supporter chat, where you definitely won't shitpost, but will instead post extremely important and valuable information. And if you post bald memes in there, I'll find out where you live. No, I won't do that. That's a lot of effort, but you know what I mean. You better be freaking nice to me in there. You better be so freaking nice to me. It's mostly shitposting. Unfortunately true and also real. Oh my god! Watch this, guys. I'm about to make this piece actually look halfway decent. Watch in awe. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. That's merged by distance. Oh, now they've all become one. And then, where is it? Where is it? Straighten UVs. Oh, it's beautiful. And now I can assign these to metal strips narrow. Jesus Christ. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Wait, I should probably do this on the purple strips, actually. Oh, yeah. Wait, it's telling me... Oh. I don't know what tech issue you're running into, but I'll tell you what. I got a nice Discord server that's very comfortable. You can get what you want, get what you need. It's a nice place. Highly recommended. Comes highly recommended. Tell you that much for free. Oh, look at that. Look at that trim, huh? You'll love to see it. It's the little things. I do have the topology necessary to add a little bit more trim, so I could go a little crazier. I won't, but I could. Oh my god, Mateus with the gigantic 20 as well. Thank you.
My name is Walter Hartwell White. I live at 308 Negro Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104. This is my confession. If you're listening to this message, I'm probably dead because I called Rejected Shotgun Bald on Discord.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I read ahead and then yeah, you will be. In Minecraft. I'll hunt you down and take you out sicko style in Minecraft. Why didn't you repeat that one word? I forgot which one it was. And so I was like, wait, pause? Pause? Am I safe? And then I was safe, but it was too late to say it at that point, so I moved on. I don't know that copy pasta by heart, so you know I had to double check. Could do a trim there, but it might look a little silly. I think I'll pass. I think this is fine. Physics model time. Would lights on the roof be too distracting? There's just no reason to decorate it. At all. To be totally TBH with you. It doesn't need any decoration. It's just the outside. You're not even supposed to see it. I'm just adding an outside that looks decent, so when you're forging, it doesn't look like actually doo-doo. And nobody wants it to look like actually doo-doo. Trust me on that one. Dude, I'm so hungry right now. Holy shit. My tummy is a rumbling. Straight grumbling. Okay. Let's delete all the physics parts that are useless to me. Basically everything except the doorways. Yeah. Okay, that's good, right? Oh, right, because that would be a con. Cave shape. Blah. Alright, there we go. That's the doorway. We got a doorway in. Big doorway moment. Big doorway moment. Someone gifted 70s. Yeah, insane. Absolutely insane. It was dumb. Gifted 70 subs. Look at there's so many green names, except for Didact, who's gray. Ew. Ew, dude. Anyone see that guy? Ooh. Ooh. I think he's a gray name. Yikes. Damn. I hate it. Sorry, I just have to tell you how it is. And it do be like that. So, alright. Damn it, I can't add any more structure than that. Oh. Oh. Check stream chat. If you posted a bald thing in stream chat, I'm banning you from my Minecraft server. He posted... What's the fucking... Why is there even a femboy version of me? Stop making weird femboy rejected shotgun gifts. I'm neither a femboy twink, nor am I bald. I'm just a dude. That's even worse, arguably. I'm just some guy. The truth hurts. Man, I don't know if I have the brain power to keep doing this without getting some food. This is brutal, man. I'm really out here. I'm really out here, man. Oh man, my tummy's rumbling big time. I said, ooh, ooh. Holy fuck. Thank you for letting me select this one thing. And but for different reasons. Oh. You know how immense power. Just block list anything with the words bald, twink, femboy, crust, or skibidi in it. Half your problems will vanish. Listen, I love me skidibby toilet. Alright, I would not. Skidibby toilet can stay. I like that one. I like that. That was a good one. We're keeping skidibby toilet. Oh, what the fuck? It's so loud! Demon, thank you for the 50, dude! Holy shit! Thank you, dude. Holy my god, that scared the shit out of me.
So him going through booth, looking through VRC prefabs cause him trying to work on a chill world, and I just found a prefab that not only lets you put a collar on your friends, but if you do they can't move. Might be fun to torture friends.
Yeah, fun. There's definitely nothing sexual about that. And nobody would use that for such reasons. Just feeling quirky, might put a collar on my friend and force him to bark for me. I know people... Yeah, man. Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say, man. I had a bit I wanted to do with this, but I'm actually so tired. I'm not even tired, I'm actually just hungry, but I get tired when I'm really hungry. I do be a human being with nutritional needs. I have to go grab a snack in a second. Get some food, man. No. I think I'm just gonna starve. Okay, there we go. And then this part can have its thing go to here. Beautiful! Lovely. Absolutely wonderful. I can go there, then to there, then to there. Jesus Christ, this is fucking epic. And then, with that, I can use these side pieces to actually expand to there. Perfect, so it doesn't actually affect in any meaningful way. We go to there. Dum, 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 da, dum. That's the most I can get out of this one shape, so I can convex hull it. And, oh wait, that's a lie. I could actually get a little bit more out of this shape. I could bring it up to here. Actually shares the same number of vertices. This is pretty sick. Oh! Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Better that the inside works good than a slight physics error on the outside. I simply, me when I don't care. Let's do cursor to, and then origin to 3D cursor. Nice. Nice. Cool. We're getting somewhere. We do be getting somewhere. Want to play some Halo Wars, but don't feel like spending money on PC for it? Fair enough. And you know what? You shouldn't, because instead, you could get a Taco Bell cheesy gordita crunch with that very same money. I'm just thinking about food now. Damn, I'm hungry. Alright, let's see. Can I finish this up in record time? I'm getting too distracted. I'm not thinking. I gotta start thinking. I'm brain activate. Oh, wait. I didn't brain activate hard enough. I could have done the ramp with it. No, I couldn't have. Never mind. I brain activated maximum, and then I unbrain activated. It makes sense. Okay, wait. We're gonna stare at this in game really quickly. I'm gonna go refill my water. Maybe grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back.
Share emoji, 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 share emoji. Share emoji, 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 share emoji.
Thank you so much, Mateus, for blessing everyone. Yeah, I gotta start turning alerts like off while I'm gone. People like Mateus come in, they're like, I'm gonna torture everyone in chat now. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it, Mateus. That's so generous of you. Drake hates fun. That's crazy. Bro, please stop. Just... You could just not. You could actually just not do that. You have the power to not go to like fucking Chat GPT or whatever the fuck you're generating these god-awful ass images in, and you could just not generate them. You have to put in effort to make these, like minimum effort, but you have to put in at least, you have to type for these to exist, and you could just not. Think about that. They made me into a skidibid toilet. I became a skidibid toilet. Oh. I love skidibid toilet. You say like, I love skidibid toilet. I love it. And I don't want to work on this physics model right now. I'm hungry. Finish it off stream or something. I don't want to do that shit right now. I don't want to do that shit. That was boring. We'll change their account to rejected femboy. Why? Why? There are so many better things you could do. You know what though? The bottom of these panels actually suck when they look like this. I'm gonna make the bottom of these panels into this texture. I think this is actually a good floor texture for Covenant stuff. It'll be like smaller and scaled lower as well. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be pretty good. What texture even is this? Hold on, let me go check 1 second. Is called Hanger Floor, and it uses Shadow Cove Floor. Let's go back. Wait. I'll try it out on the Covenant 4x4. Hanger Floor. Here, we'll swap out Cove Purple for a Hanger Floor. I'll swap it to this texture. What does this look like? Okay, it's tiled way too heavily, but if I do scale 0.5, that's not too bad. Well, no, it kind of has to be tiled like this, actually. I guess it's better than nothing. Will the floor have windows? What? Huh? What? Huh? make a shaders full. Let's just see if this looks good again. If it looks good, then we'll do it. If not, whatever. It's no loss. We'll do Cov 4x4. Oh man, it's the other folder. Forerunner, no, Cov 1x1, Cov 4x4. Okay, I found it. I got it. Question is though, does it look good? Doesn't look bad. What do you guys think? Kind of just like tiled all over the place, but bigger tiles. The only issue, well, I guess I could manually tile it downwards. Wait, I could just do it per, hold on, big brain. Oh, no. How about that? Now maybe I could do scale 2, G 0.5, G Y 0.5. How about that? That might actually look good. Ooh, I like this. I do like this. Makes for a good floor texture. Little 2x2 on this. That's nice. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Alright, real question though, what if I did it just as one giant one? Would that also look good? Maybe I could save the tiling for like the really, really big one, and then I could just give each plate like this. What do you guys think? Ooh, I think I like this even better. I actually think I like this even better, where it's just one giant one. And then each plate maybe could have like one giant one. What do you guys think? Huh? Something, maybe? Actually before. Maybe make it a second object. Well, I'm trying to figure it out because these. This is not even the biggest plate. There's an even bigger plate. And I think I would make the bigger plate tile. Maybe I do like this one more. Yeah, we'll do this then. What if I tried this? Hold up, I have another idea. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I could try this. Where it's like this. Or even the inverse of that one, where like the small kind of like hammerhead shapes are facing inwards instead. I think it would just look better if it wasn't like tiled the same way. That's kind of cool. I think that definitely looks better. But does it, would it look better if the hammerhead shapes were facing inwards? Maybe, right? Because then, no, because that's like randomly tiled. Let me see, I can just, I suppose I could just duplicate this and put another one to test it. No, I think it's better this way. Maybe just start spamming these around as much as you want. Does it rotate it? I think it's gonna look good in any orientation. Oh, that's why it was looking a little weird. I thought maybe my map or my forge object was set up weird, but no, it was just slightly off angle. It looks amazing. Why did I like it? I think it's a good floor panel. I think I'll just go through all the other plates and give them the same treatment. I mean, this is what the 8x8 would theoretically look like as well. It would just be this. I think this would be good for an 8x8. It would look nice. I'm gonna go through and do that real quick. Try to take it once or it's how it looks. Oh, you mean like that? I think it still works well. Even if I rotate these like completely off center, they still look cool. Oh wait a minute! The shape that made was a little weird. Oh, let's bring that back. Hold up. Oh, hang on a second there. A little weird. Yeah, I'll go through though on the other ones as well and do it. We'll do the 1x1 next, I guess. We'll do the small ones. So that's Cov Purple. We'll switch it to... Shit, what was it called? Shadow Floor? Hanger Floor. I guess, I mean, this is fine for like the 1x1. It's just like a simple, very small version of the texture. Like that works. Yeah, we'll just do that. I think that's fine. Maybe the bottom. Cool, that works. And then shove the 1x1 here. Let's make sure we get this re-imported well. Let's try this one as a cov 1x1. Okay, that looks good on a little 1x1. It's a nice little cov panel. Let's do that for the 2x2 next. This one is tiled. I'll just have this do scale 0.5, gy minus 0.5, gx minus 0.5. So this one will also be just like the same as before. It's good. Yeah, this is Ultra Instinct Forge, that's a good point. This is ascending so far beyond what was previously thought possible. Here's the 2x2, so it basically just becomes like one of these. And then for the 8x8, I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative and then just like mirror it in strips just like this. Alrighty, let's do it. I do need to go back to the 4x4 really quickly. Grab this directory. Now open the 8x8. Again, for the 8x8, we actually do have to get a little bit creative here. Hanger floor becomes a texture using this. Alright, obviously it's tiled way too much. So I think that's technically the correct amount of tiling, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just need to do gy 0.25, now gy 1, gx 1, and then all I gotta do is grab all this. I want to mimic this, so it should be the outside is a little hammerhead. Scale x minus 1. No, wait. Scale y minus 1. Which does that. And then lastly, I have to have this hammerhead part here also go scale y minus 1. There we go. There's the 8x8. Cool. Re-import it and we're chilling. I have some track sounds and stream teching I like. Give me a sec and I will check it out. Alright, here's the 8x8. And yeah,
okay, but
exactly
have you
great.
considered?
Thank you for the 2 demon. I have considered, but honestly, the problem with that is that I haven't really been far even as decided to use even go on to do look more like. So when you consider that, it becomes especially challenging to consider it. Watching all gamers. I take this piece that's in spawn and I flip it, fuck, wrong axis. I flip it 180 degrees And there we go. Now it's a cool floor piece. W. Every time you do that, I have an aneurysm. Yeah. I can't wait to organize this. Like I said, the last two tasks right now is organize all of these onto the forge list and finish doing the physics model for the four-way door, which we have a decent bit more to do, admittedly, but that's about it. After that, we're chilling. I do really like this hallway. It's very spooky, very nice. I will say, you know, the outside of it's not even half bad. It's boring and bland, but, like, it's passable. Man, I want to forge on this map so bad now. I just want to make some really cool, creepy-ass, like, levels and things. I can't wait, dude. Yeah, he refuses to acknowledge my catchphrase. Yeah, bazinga. You love to say bazinga. Your catchphrase goes crazy. Classic demon saying bazinga after every sentence. Big tower piece, maybe? I'm certainly not against it. The biggest piece we have right now is this one, but it's kind of ripped up and destroyed. Other than that, this is our biggest pillar, which, while it is large, is not like a proper, enormous tower. Demon, thanks for the 5! Appreciate it.
The outside could be used for vertical pillars between walls. Also, my catchphrase is, have you considered setting it on fire?
No, I know, I'm just messing with you. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, no, it's not a bad idea. The outside could be used for vertical. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, there's a lot of potential with these plates, I think. You can use them for full floor panels, or if you're feeling brave, you can use them for just purple plated panels for walls. Pretty cool. Maybe a window would be better. I'll consider it. I think I'm gonna go for the night though, guys. I'm so hungry I can't even think anymore. And if I'm gonna get food, because I've run out of groceries because Ice Storm has prevented me from going grocery shopping, I'm gonna see if anyone's brave enough to deliver McDonald's to my house. That's my plan for the night. I'm gonna go head out though. Thank you guys very, very much for tuning in. It has been an insane stream. Huge shout out to Dom, who dominated the stream. Thank you very much, man. And not just you, but everybody. Thank you very much for the super chats, for the tips, for the memberships, and most of all, just for being here. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for the 2, Mateus.
Lame.
Not lame. Okay, this has been a good stream. We made the fucking from scratch door outside thing with a full physics model, and we're basically done. Technically, I just got to do the last piece, the last object. That's it. And we're done. I just put them on the forge list. Make the one more little door thingy, the little room. Put it on the object list. Shit, dude, I might do it off stream. Maybe we can do a playtest as early as tomorrow. Don't get your hopes up. But realistically, we can. And I want to do that. I really just want to do the hour... Wait, check stream chat? Oh, shit, my bad. Stream chat. Evergreen. Friend of mine sent me this. Wait. No, that wasn't what you were trying to show me. You're trying to get me the sounds. Me when I'm building Legos at like 500 miles an hour. Hell yeah. What the fuck? Dude, this is bannable. This is bannable. Why did it give me such like beautiful womanly lips? This is a bannable offense. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. I'm getting the fuck out of there. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'll be live again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. You'll find me there. It's been 7 p.m. for the last few days, but whatever. I'm trying to stream at 6 p.m. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, y'all. I'll see you then. Thank you again for a great stream. I'll see you then. Appreciate you guys. Goodbye!